Welcome to the COVID-19 Daily Update. I'm Pat O'Melia. Today we are broadcasting from our Ready to Roll studios in Seaside Heights in Ocean County. Not a bad day today, but we got some bad weather coming in. As I say on each one of these updates, it is not the bubonic plague. We will survive this. There are so many positive signs now. You're going to see a lot of things starting to turn probably the next week to 2 weeks. We will get through this. This is a very aggressive, devastating virus, but we are beating it, and we'll get through some of those positive signs today so you can get a little reassured. Today, my temperature was 98.2. Somehow I managed to walk through this. I assume I avoided COVID-19 all through this, or, I'm anti-Semitic here, I've been lucky so far. Anti-symptomatic, I think that's it. Asymptomatic, that's the word I'm looking for. Businesses are going to start opening up. We're going to get involved in that. We're going to probably produce a program celebrating the various businesses opening up, taking you into those businesses, showing you what precautions they're taking, what they're changing this time around. So you know what you can do, where you can go and shop, what the parking is going to be, what the precautions are going to be, and all these businesses are going to take some precautions. Now, hopefully they're not over-the-top precautions like with restaurants. If they reduce it down to 50% of their occupancy CO, they're not going to make it. No restaurant's going to make it with 50% occupancy. Same thing with a bar. So they're going to have some leniency here, and it's going to be up to us. We're going to make sure we have to observe the precautions and make sure we wear the masks and procedures that have to be done, and the gloves. Jersey City is trying to help small business. I think their intent is right, but their delivery is wrong here. Jersey City is going to cap the fees. They have, by executive order of the mayor. The council voted on at first reading. Wednesday, the mayor signed it into, by executive order. I don't want to say that's law. It's executive order. It is not a law. Jersey City will cap the fees for Grubhub and DoorDash and such at 10%. That ain't going to work. Now, you take my daughter, who gets Taco Bell, and her bill is like $21, $20. At 10%, say to Taco Bell, and this is coming from Tunley Avenue up to the Heights. That's a whopping $2 for Grubhub. And I don't even know what the split is, but let's say it's 50-50. That's $1 for the driver who has gone down to the Taco Bell on Tunley Avenue, wherever that is, picked up the order. He's in his own car. So you got to factor in the driver's time, the fuel, the insurance on his car, maintenance, and don't forget taxes. Guy's got to pay taxes on that $1 he's getting. I'm figuring on a 50-50 split. DoorDash alone, they got their app. They got the marketing of the product. They got the bookkeeping. They're going to send money to that Taco Bell, and they're going to keep their percentage, and they're going to give a percentage to the driver. They have their own insurances, etc. How the hell do you think Jersey City is going to have Grubhub, Uber Eats, and DoorDash at a 10% cap? That is beyond me. So Jersey City, if you're looking to have food delivery, better go back to the old days with the pizzeria and the Chinese food restaurant. They always deliver their own. Look next week for the Jersey Shore to reopen. La Valette, Belmar is opening this weekend. Ortley Beach, I think, is opening this weekend. Seaside Park has opened their beaches, not the boardwalk, but they were never crazy about the boardwalk anyway. I'm looking at Seaside Heights opening this weekend. Point Pleasant, next week. Seaside Heights, Point Pleasant, probably next weekend. There will be some density control in there. They'll block off 50% of the parking. I don't know how that's going to work with the people who have private parking lots. They may take the benches off the boardwalk. There's some of the beaches. You can walk on the boardwalk. You can't sit on the boardwalk. You can surf. You can't swim. We have to, again, like I said back in March, when everybody was putting in their own protocols, the governor had to step in and stop the patchwork of precautions. He's going to have to step in again. There is becoming a very serious meat shortage. If you go to ShopRite, you're limited to 1 or 2 packs of beef or chicken. Sonny Perdue, the expert and the food chain for the President of the United States, said 3 weeks ago there would be no interruption. I looked at my wife that day and said, we're going to have an interruption in the meat. And sure we have. President Trump is going to call Wendy's today because Wendy's is out of hamburgers. And they're saying the issue is contrived. There's meat is at an all-time high price-wise, and cattle is at an all-time low. So they are insinuating that there's some price fixing here, price gouging. All right, let's do some numbers. Jonathan, put up the United States numbers, please. We're broadcasting out of our Ocean County sister studio, ready to roll, but we're sending the signal out of our Hudson Media studios in North Bergen. You see the numbers? The United States, as of today, we have 1,295,058 cases of COVID-19. We have suffered 77,058 deaths. That's pretty much the capacity of the old Yankee Stadium during the 70s. I'll give you an idea of how many people we lost. Recovered, 217,273. That is a plus of 4,164 recoveries since yesterday. Let's look at the U.S. map, Jonathan. As you can see, we're still in the worst possible situation here in the Northeast. We have the big red dots and the big spot there. That's New York City. That's New Jersey. Massachusetts is having a rough time also, but nothing to the order of New York and New Jersey. And you can see how the rest of the country is going to open. You can see as you leave us, the Northeast, you can see where there's spots there. Chicago's a little dark with the red. But after that, you got some very mild red where these states can open, but precautions are going to have to be observed. And hopefully we can completely eradicate this, even though there's talk of this may rear its head again by the fall. Hopefully by then we have a vaccine. You know, even in your flu shots that you get right now, there is a COVID strains in that flu shot, but we don't have the right COVID right now. New York State, let's put those numbers up, John. Actually, I'm a face-touching person, which you shouldn't be doing. New York. The state of New York has 337,421 cases. The state itself has suffered 26,365 deaths. New York City is like more than half at 185,653. They have suffered, the city of New York itself, 19,141 deaths. That's like 70% of all the deaths in the state. Let's put the map up, John, of New York. As you can see, New York, the state itself, is in pretty good shape. It's the southern end where New York City is and Long Island. And, of course, New Jersey has a problem in the Hudson County, Bergen County area from proximity. And so many people in Bergen and Hudson County work in New York City. That's how it came here. Let's look at New Jersey. Let's put the New Jersey numbers up. Let's talk about home here in New Jersey. New Jersey has 135,136 cases of COVID-19. We have suffered 8,834 deaths. Let's put the map up. These maps are courtesy of the New York Times. As you can see, the real problem area is Hudson County, Bergen County, Essex to a degree. But you look at the rest of the states, those red spots are very mild. They're not the bright red anymore. We're getting past this. How long will it take us to get past it all the way? I'm not sure. A lot of this state is going to start opening over the next week or so. Long as we're all careful, we should be safe. And hopefully the weather turns, the COVID-19, it can't sustain the heat and the ultraviolet light from the sun as it gets warmer. So we should be safe through the summer. But again, we got to make sure we take all the proper steps. Now, Hudson County here, my home county, we have 16,354 cases of COVID. Ocean County, where I'm broadcasting today, is 7,125. Bergen County, who has led the state since the beginning of all this, is at 16,609. Hudson County is now just 255 cases away. 68 cases closer than yesterday for Hudson County becoming number one in the state with COVID-19, a title we are not interested in at all. We are flattening the curve. There's a lot of positives. Jersey City, that's where I'm getting a lot of my good numbers from. Positive signs at Christ Hospital. 66% of the patients in there are there for COVID-19. That's a drop of 5% in the last day or so. There are 16 ventilators available. Ventilators are not an issue anymore. That's how we know we are beating this. The Jersey City Medical Center, the big hospital in Hudson County, Jersey City, they are down to 58% of the patients with COVID. That's a drop of 3% in the last day. We are beating this, and we're doing a tremendous amount of testing in Jersey City. Mayor Fulop is testing everyone, whether you have symptoms or not. You can also get the antibody test. The medical center has 20 ventilators available. We're past the ventilator situation. Jersey City has 6,066 COVID-19 cases. They have processed 12,280 tests. It's a lot of tests by Mayor Fulop there. We are testing positive at 49%. That's a big drop. We were kicking around 66% a couple of weeks ago. We're down to 49% positive. That's a 10% drop in the last couple of days. We're averaging now 95 cases per day when we were averaging like 136 cases about a week or so ago. We are beating this. We are getting a handle on this. We are, because we're doing the social distancing and we're being careful with the mask and gloves, we are doing this. But we have suffered tremendous loss in Jersey City. We have lost 346 of our residents to COVID-19. The average 64.2% of the fatalities in Jersey City to COVID-19 are male. The average age of the fatalities in Jersey City are 69 years of age. The highest percentage of COVID-19 fatalities in the age group 61 and up. They represent 75.5% of all the fatalities in Jersey City. 61 and up, and a tremendous amount of that number is 75 and up. That's why we really should have got involved with the nursing homes at a much earlier time. But Fulop, again, credit to Mayor Fulop, he was one of the first mayors to go into the nursing homes and do the testing, and fortunately, we've been lucky with the nursing homes. If you want to get a test for COVID-19 or antibodies, Jersey City, you go to the Jersey City website. Whatever your municipality is, go to their website or your county website. You will find all the testing centers. There are a tremendous amount of them now. About a month ago, there was only 5. Now they're all over the place. Symptoms, same as they've always been. Runny nose, sore throat, cough, fever, difficulty breathing, loss of appetite, loss of taste and smell, and if you're type A, be extra careful. You're susceptible to this. Clean your hands. That's what you got to do to stay healthy. Don't touch your face, which is incredibly difficult for me. Wear the gloves, wear the mask, do the social distancing, and when you dispose of your gloves and your mask, put them in the garbage. Don't have the city pick them up out of the street, or the people at ShopRite or Stop and Shop. Do the proper thing. Stay healthy, stay safe. I'll talk to you next week. Good night.